Hello, YouTubers. Happy Easter. March 27th, 2016 at 13:10 in the afternoon, Eastern Time, Eastern Daylight Time. So all you atheists and non-believers, cover your ears for just about one sentence here. Hallelujah, Christ is risen. The Lord is risen indeed. Hallelujah. Okay, now back to our more regularly secular programming. This is a glorious day, one of the better Easters I remember. And growing up, when I was a boy, I remember probably about half of the Easters with snow on the ground and half of them without. Not today. It's 70 degrees right now, and actually even in the morning it was like around high 40s, low 50s. Very nice. Not windy at all. Not windy at all. Yeah, very nice. And splendid. I read at the 8 o'clock service. Did both readings and the prayers. I read last night at the vigil, 2 readings and the prayers. I read on Good Friday the readings and the biddings before the climax. So, on Monday, Thursday I didn't read, but I did go. And so 3 nighttime services in a row, followed by around 8 hours later, 10 hours later, another service. So it's been a full week for Joe. In addition to doing my taxes, now I just finished my federal calculation today, which while more complex than it's ever been for me, went a lot easier, which kind of surprised me. Whether that's just because I read most of the stuff last year, even though I didn't have to do it that way last year, or, in any case, so now I have to just enter the PDF, the numbers into the PDF forms on the computer so you can generate a really neat looking copy to send them. I don't do e-file. Several reasons. 1, I don't know how to do e-file, and 2, I don't want to learn how to do e-file. And then I have to do the state. Now the state never takes me more than a day to do the rough the worksheet copy and then just fill it in. That doesn't take a lot of time. I should have this wiped, wrapped up by Friday. Thomas is off. I don't know. He might come up. Tony Ballman Tony BZ from Seattle is coming back over to spend at least one night. He's got a business meeting up in Cleveland. And he's going to, but then he has to go back over to Dayton to fly out of Dayton. So I keep forgetting he flew into Dayton. He's going to fly out of Dayton. I flew into Dayton actually the first time I came back from Europe. Yeah, my folks drove up and picked me up, which is probably about a good 50-mile jaunt for them. I was glad to get back on the U.S. soil. I was glad to be able to. Well, I couldn't take a shower because we didn't have a shower at home, but it was nice to get back anyway. So I got that done. Did the church stuff. Very, very satisfying. This man's, for whatever faults I might have dwelt on here in the last few weeks, months, he's a good preacher. He's a good preacher. I think we've come to understand each other a lot better. Yeah. turnout was a hair low. I was kind of disappointed in the turnout. Monday, Thursday we had maybe 20. Good Friday we had maybe 23. Last night at the Vigil we had the choir. Now the choir's got about 14 people in it. But in the nave we only had like 2, and one of them was rector's wife. But by about a third of the way into the service, a number of people had filtered in. We ended up, I think, with around maybe 28 there when it came time for communion. You understand there's a big basketball tournament on here in the United States, and Paul, I've not looked at a single minute of that stuff. I stopped watching it years ago. Although, well, that's not quite true. But I didn't look at any college basketball this year at all. And I have not looked at any of the tournament. A lot of people, they won't break out, they won't break away from one of these games to go to church. So, that's it. Paul went in here, take a nap. We're going to Skype with the good Tony Pincham over in Worksop here later today, later this afternoon. Probably about another couple hours here, probably about 3:30 our time maybe. Excuse me. Oh, that was a good salmon belch. Tony BZ brought us a big chunk of, well, he brought me a big chunk of salmon. And I've been sort of working on it the last 3 days. That sort of got me. That's kind of been my food for. It's just a pound, so it's not like I wolfed this thing down. It's smoked. I mean, you don't have to heat it up. It's smoked. It's ready to go. I do like those oily fishes. I do like those oily fish. Yeah. I'm not going to pay $16 a pound for it, but I do like it. Well, I think that's about it. Let me see what gets done here next week. I guess there's going to be some concrete pouring next week, or at least that's what's on advertised, agenda. I was almost thinking I'd walk you down to see all this down there, but nope. No. Instead, I'm going to give you a view here of the Island of Peace here. Look, the buckeye trees are coming into leaf. The buckeye trees always come into leaf first. Sometimes people call them horse chestnuts. They always come into leaf first. So, bye-bye, YouTubers.